All right, this is the last section for the electricity topic. And it's where we start using a bit of maths as part of our physics. So the three main ideas we've learnt so far have been current, voltage, and resistance, which we learnt in the last video. And remember that current is the flow of electrons around the circuit, how quickly they're flowing. Voltage is how much energy electrons have, and that's the energy to push them around the circuit. And resistance is how difficult it is for electrons to move around the circuit. And we learnt in the last video that all these three measurements are related. So they all affect each other. And we're going to look in this video at a particular law that a scientist discovered. And the scientist, here's a picture of him here. His name was George Ohm. Or technically it's Georg because he was from Germany. He lived in the 1800s, and he was experimenting with different types of circuits, and he discovered that actually current, voltage, and resistance, they're related so closely that he could write an equation to show how one affects the other. And the equation that he wrote is V equals IR. So to know what all of this means, we need to go over all the symbols for explaining these. So let's turn this into a table. Let's have the symbol and the unit for each of these three. So the current, its symbol is I, capital I. It's hard to remember because it's not a C, but it comes from the French word for current. So the current has the symbol I, and remember it's measured in amps, which has the symbol A. Voltage, this is the easy one because the symbol for voltage is just capital V. And the unit for voltage is measured in volts, and its symbol is also a V. Resistance, how difficult it is for electrons to flow. The symbol for resistance, when we use it in an equation, is capital R, and the unit for resistance, they named it after Mr. Ohm here, the scientist. So the unit we measure resistance in is called ohms. And the symbol for ohms is the Greek letter omega. So now this equation will make a bit more sense. This is Ohm's law. So let's break it down to understand what it means. Ohm's law says that V, which is the voltage equals IR. And remember, in maths, if there's no symbol between two letters or two variables, it means multiply, even though we don't write the multiply symbol. So voltage means I, which is current, multiplied by the resistance. So if we know the current and the resistance of a circuit, we can calculate the voltage.